It's time to do this again. I got a lot on my mind, and writing it down is just not going to get it out there in time. Growing up, my dad used to always say, "This just in, we're all going to die." I think this is a point of fact that a lot of people haven't come to terms with yet. We are mortal. We're on a finite timeline. We're all going to die. In the end, there will be no survivors. This is something we must realize when it comes to our hobby, when it comes to our passion, when it comes to our training. When we lift and we try to get better, we have to realize that at the end of this, we're going to die. That will be it. I bring this up because many people seem to think that they're just going to continue on forever. And that as such, upon all other things, it is imperative that they remain uninjured, unharmed, undamaged. This mentality produces mediocrity. This is not the mentality of those who have excelled. The truly great in any activity understood that there was a trade-off between health and greatness. And they chose greatness. That decision's going to have to come down to you one day too. If you always strive to ensure that your activity is safe and will bring you no personal harm, it's not going to be effective. Lots of people are living safe lives right now, and those people are living very average lives. Those that are excelling, those that are being great, are leading very risky lives. They take chances. They do things that are unproven. They take actions that are considered unsafe. They gamble and they win. You can gamble and lose too. You can take risks that you should not have taken and have issues and injuries and harm befall you. But that's why it's a risk. And those that aren't taking the risk aren't succeeding. You see this constantly on the internet. I see it myself with my own videos. I deadlift and I hitch and I ramp and my form goes out the window because my goal is to be as strong as I possibly can, not to be as healthy as I possibly can. If my goal was health, I would eat a low-calorie diet. I'd ensure I always sleep 8 hours a night, drink plenty of water, and get moderate exercise. That's not my goal. It's not my end game. I want to be strong. I saw a video of Derek Poundstone deadlifting with his famous Poundstone hitch, 745 pounds. And while some people got it and congratulated him, applauding him for overcoming injury and adversity, there were just as many voices saying that he was going to hurt himself, that that's why he was damaged in the first place, that it was unhealthy for him, that it was bad for him. You don't get to be as strong as Derek Poundstone by being healthy. Consequently, by being healthy and taking those actions, you're probably not going to get strong in general. It's just the trade-off we deal with. You need to decide what your priorities are. You need to decide what your goals are. And once you do that, don't assume that everyone has your same priority and goal. The biggest issue I see online is people assume that health and longevity is everyone's number one goal, and that strength, size, performance, ability comes secondary. In many cases, it's the reverse. Those that are truly great have decided to take that risk. They have come to peace with the fact that when they get old, they're probably going to be broken. They're probably going to be in pain. They're probably going to hurt with everything they do. But that means that they were able to achieve greatness when they were younger. We only have one life, and some people choose to spend that one life ensuring that by the time they reach the end state, old age, longevity, that they're in the best shape of their lives. If that's their goal, that's awesome. Some people have the idea that when they get old, it's gonna suck anyways. Simply getting old is gonna hurt your joints. Simply getting old is gonna put you in pain. Simply getting old is gonna make you immobile. So they might as well make the most out of being young. These are the people that decided that when push comes to shove, given the opportunity, They'll pick performance over health. My grandfather is one of the smartest men I ever knew. He died in his 70s due to various cancers. What a shame it would have been if he spent his entire youth preserving his body, taking no risk, taking no gamble, assuming that it meant that when he got into his 90s that he was going to be fit and able and mobile, only to die young. There are no guarantees here, folks. There's no insurance. There's nothing telling you you're even going to make it that far. So rather than worrying about what your impact is on your actions today for the future, why not actually just enjoy the now? If someone tells you you're going to hurt yourself, if someone tells you you're going to be 40, 50, 60 with back problems, joint issues, knee pain, cross that bridge when you get there. It's a self-affirming prophecy here. There's no way around it. I know plenty of old people that never once deadlifted 600 pounds, never once used poor form, never once exercised, that still got old and beat up and damaged and crippled, just like every other person who did use these bad ideas. So, what's the proof that it was deadlifting with poor form that made you hurt when you're older versus just getting older? What's the proof that it was squatting in a certain way that made someone's knee hurt when they get older versus just their knees getting old and shot? It's very easy to confirm your own bias here, and many people take this sort of solace. They see someone at the gym that is excelling. They're bigger, they're stronger, they're faster, they're better. But because they don't conform with these preset rules and ideas and concepts that we've come up with about how things should be, we have to somehow justify in our minds saying it's only a matter of time before they get hurt. It's a guarantee they're going to get crippled and injured and broken. Whereas I, who am following the rules and doing everything the right way, even though I'm not actually achieving anything right now, I'm ensuring that one day my gains will come and I'll be pain-free and beautiful and perfect. Don't lie to yourself here. The evidence is obvious. If you're excelling, if you're actually making progress, you're doing the right thing. If you're not excelling, if you're still in the same state as before, if people can't tell you lift weights, does it really matter how safe you're doing it? I can be totally free of injury just sitting on my couch, eating ice cream, not lifting a finger. Very, very low risk of injury doing that. But I bet I'll never be great by doing that. Don't delude yourself. These people that are taking the risk, they are the ones that are going to succeed. If it was as easy as doing what everyone else did, everyone else would have succeeded. Look around you. Look at what the majority looks like. Look at what everyone who's following the rules looks like. Is that what you want? How do you expect to be exceptional if you do the same thing everyone else does? How do you expect to succeed if you're following the same plan that everyone else is failing on? You're mortal. One day you're going to die. Are you ever going to live?